It's all right, isn't it? I didn't do too
What?
badly with that one.
Looks
Right.
nice.
You two
Good. Are we
banned you
good?
already? We haven't done anything.
What's that?
What?
What? You ready?
Yeah,
Are we ever?
Yes.
we're always right. Hi, guys. Greetings from.
Sorry.
I don't
He's
know
already
where I am
dying.
anymore. I know, it's all right. It's fine. Have some tea. It's good.
Sorry. I still got. I'm a bit hoarse. Oh,
Why would
right.
you
Go on,
bite a
Josh.
horse?
What's that?
Why would you bite a horse?
I'm a bit hoarse. My throat. Such a penis.
What is it? Welcome to the sick show? Like, is that what we're doing today? Like, I'm well. All is
Well,
good.
it's not as cold here as it is up where Duchess is at right now with
Oh my
6
God,
feet of
no
snow on the
kidding.
ground. But you know,
Shout out to northern. Hey, U.S.
today was the day that we decided to turn our heat on, and yeah, that didn't go so well. I singed just about half of the arm hair off on one arm. Laid on the floor hoping I still had eyebrows. But turns out we need a new gas valve. So no heat until the gas valve gets fixed, which should only be in a couple of days, so not a big deal.
Lovely.
But anyway, welcome back to another episode of Across the Pond. I am Josh, the Vaping Jedi, joined by my two lovely co-hosts. Our triumphant return of the Texan, Angela Garrity, and this guy over here that we sometimes call a bellend. His name's Ad Sloan. Tonight, among other things, our main topic's going to be all about some folklore-y shit. But I do have one thing that I want to get off my chest that made me a bit ragey after watching a bit of Sloan's live show on my way home from work last night. The amount of people in your chat who are chanting "fuck disposables" made me sick.
That's a standing joke. That's why.
Yeah, that they're either they either don't know the science or they're some of those British TikTokers who we don't speak about who constantly chant "fuck disposables."
Who was that? Who are they?
I'm not calling anybody out on live.
I was waiting for you to call someone out.
My name's not Simon.
No, that is a long-standing joke with the fuck disposables. If it's the three of the couple of people who were saying it, it's a long-standing joke.
Gotcha.
So no, it's all good. But yeah, that was it was an interesting videos that were out there. Do with it what you will.
And I do have to agree with what Ern was saying. There is no context behind that Elf Bar video, and there is a good chance that could be a clone factory, or just ones that were meant to be chucked in the bin.
Everyone's going nuts over them. That's what we were saying in chat as well. But yeah.
Anybody come across anything new? Anybody? I know Angela has been gone for what seems like 6 months.
Oh, it's been a while. I don't know if I'm allowed to do that, but yes.
So what's new in the land of the Garrities?
Well, in the land of the Garrities, I can't go into too much detail because it is in litigation. But as you can see, we have moved twice in the last 90 days. Let me tell you what, your girl was at a breaking point, like really. So I am very happy to report that we are living a crazy life, a quiet life, apartment life. Yeah, I'm living back in an apartment, and you know what? I love it. They pick up my trash every day. I'm literally celebrating the little stupid things in life. Like, hey, they pick up my trash and they take it to the bin for me. My dogs have made a friend with the pit bull down the other side, a little pit bull puppy who's great. Oh. And every time he sees Mochi and Guts, he's jumping up and down, and everybody's like, ah, like, and it's very embarrassing because, you know, if you're new to Frenchies, they scream, and it's very embarrassing because it literally sounds like animals are getting murdered out in the courtyard. Just my dogs and their excitement. So every day I'm looking like, what is happening? Hi, it's me. Dogs that are screaming. Not as crazy as Walter, the Frenchie, but pretty close. And now everyone is like avoiding us. What can I say?
Bloody hell.
But
are you on the ground floor?
Good to be back. Oh yeah. I can't live on up. No. We're ground entry. You know, we get to go walking on the patio, and it's, I don't know, it's just nice. You know, like living simply, like celebrating the little things, just being at peace with the world and with myself, honestly. And like everything, or like my hair's getting long. Like, you guys, like, I feel like I'm finally at a place where I'm finally like, meh.
Yeah.
Like the meds are good, like meh, like I don't care, that's good. Like I'm not like wrapped up in stuff anymore, or like wrapped up like in a negative way. It's like, hey, guess what? Your hair's gray. Let's just let it go. And not like let myself go, but like
let it
go. It's time. Like it's time. Like guys, like let's talk. I am knocking on the back door of 50. Like for me, I'm not saying for everybody, it's for me, it's time. Like, and I am okay with that. And I feel like I'm finally comfortable with all of my weird quirks and whatevers. It's all good. It's all good.
As long as everything's going right, that's all that really matters.
Say that. Yeah. And like I'm writing again. Like, whoa, this is big. Like I feel moved to create things, you know, and I'm just really flipping happy.
Well, that's the main reason of life. It's like that. It's the sort of winning then, or you're just looking to be happy. And if you've managed to find it, then crack on, mate. Enjoy it.
Absolutely.
Good. How's Nick doing? Is Nick doing well? Is he happy as well?
Oh yeah. Like he's he's managing his little like gaming store. Like he's loving it. He works long hours. And it's, you know, Christmas time right now. And, you know, but he loves it. And if you love what you do, dude, carry on with it, you know?
Have you found him slipping home some bits from the shop?
Oh, yeah. He usually comes home late just because he's so damn busy.
Does he pick stuff up from the shop? Is it one of those ones you found a lot more collectibles?
I'm sure there's more stuff like in the trunk that I don't know about that he got a while ago. Yeah. Oh, I know this game.
He just slowly brings it in piece by piece.
Yes. Oh, but did you guys, I wanted to give big love. Thank you, Anthony. My daughter created a logo for me. I'm going to kind of hold it up here. And I think she did a really good job. It's me, like with hot tea, hot coffee. Anthony made coasters out of it. And it sits right here on my desk. So every day I have my little tea and coffee and have my coaster. Thank you so much. Oh my God, Guts, what are you doing? The boy is standing up. Can we see the boy? He's got his Christmas harness on. Like he's ready to rock and roll. He's ready. Like he is feeling it. It's everything I can do not to put up this black Christmas tree that I have right now. But yeah, the black Christmas tree.
I think we're doing one of those wall-mounted trees this year.
What's that?
It's just a picture of a tree you put on the wall.
Really?
We are so not holiday centric people anymore. There have been way too many disappointments over the last X number of years, and family fights, and it's just, the holidays are not the same anymore. I mean, we're not doing anything extravagant for Thanksgiving. We put in an order with a local Portuguese restaurant, and I'm going to pick it up on Wednesday night when I get home from work.
Yes, sir. That's what we're doing.
It's already cooked. All I got to do is reheat it.
Yep.
I think my brother-in-law and nephew are coming over, and so is my mother-in-law. But that's it.
That's what we're doing. Come on over if you want to come hang out. I was all happy to be
just sitting in my pajamas all day.
Same.
Well, I've got to go to my mum's for Christmas. We obviously don't do trees at the house, but my mum and dad have got second wind with Christmas, because when we was kids, obviously because my mum's family are American, we used to have the big Santas on the roof. The house it looked like Santa vomited all over the house, inside and out. And it hasn't been like that for a long time, but now we've got my little one and my sister's little one. But Dad was like, your mum's getting me up the side of the house again, putting lights on. So it looks like it's round 2 now. So I'm going to have to deal with the Christmas vomit and all the little bits everywhere. So that'll be fun. But at least I don't have to do it here. But when Eid comes around, we decided we're going to decorate the house. We're going to put lights up for Eid, inside and out, big trees and stuff. But Christmas, we're just going to spend it with my mum and dad's and then come home.
Don't mind Guts. He's just being his weird self. He kicks his foot and he barks and he screams at wall. Like, he's weird.
You got to get him to scream during the show.
Only if he sees another dog. This is just him being excited and wanting to play. So you see him scruffing, kicking his feet.
Yeah. Woof. Oh, he can't hear me.
I can't hear you. I don't know. Maybe he can.
That's why. He's like, who's that weird bloke on the TV? So we can do it this time because Angela's got something in her hand.
I've got something in my hand?
Oh, what are you vaping on?
What am I vaping on?
Yeah.
Oh, you mean this?
Yeah.
This thing that you guys were just talking shit about? Yeah. Hey, man, you know what? Like, okay.
If it works, it works.
It works. Like, this is what it is. I still have a whole bunch of my vape collection. But you know what? It's in a fucking box. And it's just hanging out. And it's like, I don't vape when I'm at work. Stop, dude. Like, I vape in my car. I vape at home. I'm like I would say more than a social vapor. But when Nick and I went on our cruise back in September, we were drinking a little bit, and I was like, "Hey, give me that!" And then that just started it right back up, and I was like, "Okay, I guess I'm vaping this. What is this? This is like energy drink flavor." I'm like, "That's fine, whatever. It's whatever. It does the job."
As long as you haven't bought a pack of cigarettes.
Oh God, no. You know what? And even after all that stress, I never felt like I was going to. Yeah. Isn't that crazy? Like, that's like the one time that I would have in the past have been like, oh, nope.
Yeah.
No. I think I'm just so like beyond that now that I'm like, yeah, I don't think I would ever start smoking again. It's been like 7 years though.
Bloody hell.
So like, I've never gone this long. I'm even, like the longest I went was when Ainsley was like from the time that I found out I was pregnant with her until she was 3. And then I started smoking again.
Bloody hell.
So I think I'm good. I've doubled that. So I don't know. We'll see.
Awesome. What are you vaping on, Josh?
I got this in the mail recently. Geek Vape Sonder. Nice little pod. 0.7 pods. And some Noms X2. White peach raspberry.
Oh, did they do the lemon nom?
Yes.
If you can get your hands on this white peach raspberry, it's amazing.
Really?
That's actually the least favorite one of mine out of all their flavors. Have you had the cactus jackfruit?
I don't do cactus.
Oh my god, no, it's so good.
Sifu sent me up some of his I don't remember what it was called. Whatever his cactus liquid is. And even with his, I just can't do it.
I love a bit of cactus.
But I mean, this thing, to answer Ern's question. So, what you call it? Our good buddy Steve, Tribal Buddha, we did a trade. I sent him the Nevox Pagey I had, the real little credit card looking one, and he sent me up the what you call it? The Geek Vape Weenax.
Oh yeah.
And a couple of packs of pods. That has not left my hand since I got it. It is hands down the best pod I've ever had. Over the Caliburn, and I was skeptical because my preferred mouth to lung is technically sub-ohm. It's like that 0.7 to 0.8 range.
Yeah.
Those 1.2 pods, flavorful. They last for weeks. Adam's shitting himself.
I didn't do anything.
This is much more of a looser mouth to lung, but it's still good and it still gets the job done.
I didn't. I'm muted, but I was supposed to link gave it away.
Oh boy.
Y'all are not right. It's okay. Welcome to Crazy Town.
Yes. Thanks, Steve. The Weenax M1, absolutely amazing little pod. It's little. I don't think I have it on me. It's charging right now, but it's maybe tip to tip this big, and the mouthpiece has got this little rubberized coating on it. And the pod, you got to chuck the whole pod. You can't change the coil head, so you get a new little rubber piece on each pod, and it's comfortable. You can put it in the side of your mouth while you're typing away and go to town. It's crazy. It's amazing. I love it. Gushing over a pod system. What am I, Nick Green? I also want to do a quick shout out to my fellow masshole, Tom Lyford, the manufacturer of masshole vapors. You guys want some good fucking liquids? He's got a huge menu, and he's also up for a challenge of taking any sort of requests for customs. Hit him up either on Facebook or Instagram. I'll try and post his linkages.
Yeah, just chuck him in chat.
So what's been going on in jolly old England, Adam?
It's cold, wet, and windy.
That's what
start with. Not very much. Well, lots of stuff. Just been busy as per usual. I've been nominated for the e-cig Click Best Coil Brand, but I'm through to the next round. So, if people want to, you don't have to do a bit of shilling. If you want to throw me a vote, if you head over there and because I am up against Coil Turd though, so it's going to be a tough one. But if I'll chuck the link into chat. If you want to go over there and drop us a vote, that would be amazing. Because if we win that, I did say if we win, I'll do a humongous giveaway. If we win that, it would be a good end to the year. Because I'm now in 2 shops, and it's lots and lots and lots of coils. And as Dutch said, my mate who won 2 awards as best fruits and best. Shit, he's gonna hate me that I forgot what the other one was. He won 2 awards for 2 of his liquids. He's now been nominated for best liquid, best shot, best brand.
Oh,
so
wow.
He's on like 4 different things. Yeah, one of them is Black Rose Elixir Black Bess. Really nice. Black currant lychee with a bit of menthol in there. It's really good. So yeah, go give him a bit of love as well. Would be awesome. So yeah, I'm in 2 new shops, rather large shops as well. So that's going well. And there's a couple of other shops in the talk. So we'll be doing more distributor than business to customer, which is kind of mental. So the website's getting all up and running for the wholesale side of it. There's lots of new things coming as well that I can't talk about live, but I'll let these guys know afterwards. But I'm working on a load of other stuff in the background. So lots of different skills I've had to put together, and it's gonna be fun. But apart from that, life as usual, working, little one, annoying people, and showing my ugly mug on YouTube.
We love your mug on YouTube.
Oh, it's horrendous.
You gotta put your mug on a mug.
Oh, don't. It would shatter. The worst thing is when people send you pictures of them watching you on a large TV. You're like, oh.
I want your face when you were like, oh, on a coffee mug.
I have that picture.
We need that on a mug. Adds mug
that drink
on a
was
mug.
horrendous. What was that drink? The one I was putting that weird face today. You took a picture of me. Oh, that was a lemon and lime sherbet slushy thing.
Oh, yum.
Oh, it was too much. Made the back. You know when it gets you behind your ears and it hurts.
Yep.
Oh.
Right in the jowls.
And it was really cold as well. But no, apart from that, that's all really for me. Just been trying lots of new liquids. Do you have yum yums in your country?
What's a yum yum?
Fucking hell. Yum yum are the best things. We've had them from when we were kids. Imagine a donut, a twisted donut that's been glazed. There's a yum yum. Or some Dispergo have made a yum yum liquid, and it's really good.
A twisted donut, like a crawler, like a.
We'll make it easier. I will. Right, I'm going to do some screen sharing so you can see what a yum yum is. Oh shit! Oh no, hang on.
He's going to click on the wrong link, and we're going to get instantly banned.
No, they go. They're yum yums.
Oh yeah. We just don't call them yum yums. They're just twisted donuts.
They're yum yums. That's what that
Sounds
tastes
so
like.
dirty.
It's because what noise do you make when you yum 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 yum? That's probably why they called it that. Oh dear. But yeah. No, so yeah, I've been just trying shit out and making new calls, testing out new calls. I got a pair of Staggertons that Gravel Throat sent me to try, and they're really cool. But apart from that, nothing. Just same old shit. Anything new with you, Josh?
Work. Yeah. Clown, I've seen that squirty cream.
Yeah.
If anybody's interested, this is actually it's a good PR piece, so I don't mind sharing it. If anybody's interested in seeing the accolades that we have been working on through my company, I will post up a link. We're getting a new city brought online to our smart system Monday. So I spent the better part of a week going through and setting up 45 of these individual boxes, and then we have 5 of our smart pipes going in the sewer system.
Cool. We're catching the Ninja Turtles now, are we?
Rats. We're catching Splinter.
Oh no!
So what it does is it's got this hood, and the whole unit is lowered down into the sewer, and it fits right into the pipe. And then, obviously, with the use of a tool, it expands so it's able to stay firmly into the sewer the sewer tube. And there is an infrared sensor at the top of it. So as the rat is coming through, and then there's this set of spikes that comes down, kills the rat, and then flushes it away with the natural flow of the sewer.
That sounds fucking horrific.
Hey, the company, the parent company is Swedish, and we all know the Swedes are neutral. If they came up with this, it's got to be good.
Fucking hell.
But I mean, that's what my life has been the past couple of weeks, is just, getting new boxes online for new projects, fixing old projects, making sure different things are online, making sure our numbers are correct. Yeah.
Sounds fun.
I'm tired, but you know what? Angela said it earlier. If you like what you do, you never work a day in your life. And I enjoy what I do.
Stabbing rats in a pipe.
Dude, I've been stabbing rats with a hook for years.
Oh dear.
I have a modified fisherman's gaff. So normally it hooks around. I put it in a vise and heated it up with a torch and made it come out to a 90-degree angle, so I could just swipe at rats with it.
Josh is going to become his own legend soon.
I've just got. Have you ever seen the program called The Strain?
No.
Okay, then you won't know. It's like a vampire type TV show. There's a pest controller in there that sounds exactly like that. It has all these modified weapons. He goes and catches rats under. Right. I think we can go to our main topic now, Josh. Go on. You can do the keep you on your toes.
The fuck was that? You got Nelson Muntz here? All right. Yeah. So I mean, our main topic is folklore, and I went with
Is that the noise they make after you stab them?
That sounds like a sick monkey.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, so I guess folklore. I don't know if you two picked anything local to you, but I went with Massachusetts, and some pretty fucked up shit. I mean, as per usual, you have to.
We don't do anything normal, Josh. Come on.
No. What is normal these days? So, let's see. Where can I put this? Right there. As per usual, Miss Lizzie Borden makes an appearance in another one of our videos, episodes, whatever you want to call it. So this is just a random article. The Lizzie Borden house is currently a bed and breakfast, and has been for many, many years. You can go spend the night, a weekend, whatever you want to do. People say they've seen things. I've actually never been inside. But, the article has, just this little blurb on her. And now we've got a few, so we can kind of just rotate around instead of me just sitting here for another hour talking about the things in Massachusetts. Anyway, Lizzie Borden took an axe and gave her father 40 whacks. So the old rhyme goes. While Lizzie's guilt
you gotta finish it. And then when she looked and she saw what she done, she gave her father 41.
41.
Yeah.
So the old rhyme goes, while Lizzie's guilt was never determined, she was acquitted, by the way, and she was officially found not guilty by a jury, the peoples of Fall River, Massachusetts, still suspected her of having killed her father and stepmother in their house with an axe. Today, the infamous house is a bed and breakfast, and visitors to it have reported feeling ill while there, feeling like they were being watched and even seeing ghosts while in the house. The house has been the subject of many televised ghost hunting shows as well. Though it's been well over a century since the Borden murders, their impact has left a mark on the house and the town as well. She is buried maybe 5 minutes away from where that house is. She died in a house that she called Maplecroft, which just sold for something astronomical, a couple $1 million, not too long ago. Well, it sold to people prior to COVID who wanted to turn it into a bed and breakfast, kind of like the Lizzie Borden house. And then COVID happened and they couldn't source materials. So, I mean, they did a bit of renovations, but ended up leaving a majority of the old Victorian home charm and aesthetic, which is great. And then, 3-ish years later, these people came in and bought it for $2 million and live in it the whole time. 7 bedrooms, a whole bunch of bathrooms. It's an amazing looking house. A lot of the original furniture to the house is still there. Old looking house. And something else is, kind of creepy, but something as vapors we all know and how USPS sucks ass. A letter that was mailed to Lizzie Borden maybe a week before she died from her neighbor. Now, then neighbor meant like maybe 1.5 miles, 2 miles down the road. Just made it to Maplecroft.
Was it a confession?
No.
Oh.
It was basically simple correspondence from a friend of hers because of, I don't know if it was a party or what have you that they had, and she was just thanking her for having them.
You are very interesting.
Well,
I mean, would you go visit or live in the Lizzie Borden bed and breakfast? Because
yeah.
I totally would.
Yeah, the missus would say I'm the biggest wuss ever, but I love being scared, so I'd be in there.
Do you think it's haunted or strange or?
I think I saw a ghost once, but I'm not sure. So I'm going to say I'm on the fence. I've seen too many horror and scary films to not believe it, but I'm still not sure.
Yeah, I'm not 100% convinced, but at the same point, to answer your question, I would absolutely stay there.
I wanted to stay because they have the ones you can stay at Alcatraz because that's meant to be proper haunted overnight. I'd like to do that, and there's lots of ones like that I'd love to do. Like,
I would love to go like on a ghost tour, like haunted tour of the US and UK. That would be awesome.
A friend of mine, his mate is a yeoman at the Tower of London, and they live in Tower of London, and their houses have been there since it's been built. And he went to their Christmas party and stayed there for the night, and actually got to stay in them. And he goes, "It's fucking weird in there because it's all like thick stone walls, the old doors, all the keys are massive to get in." And I was like, "I'd love to stay there, but I'd probably shit a brick, but I'd love to do it." I'm the biggest wuss, but it's great. But I've got one. I've got one. Go on.
Just in general, Lizzie Borden has basically that, and the fact that this city used to be called the Spindle City because it was huge in textiles. Those are pretty much the only things that we have a claim to fame to: a murderer and some spinning wheels.
Have you ever heard of the common house brownie? It's an English and Scottish folklore. So small industrial fairies or hobgoblins believed to inhabit houses and barns. Rarely seen, he is often heard at night cleaning and doing housework. And there's actually an old
Can I get me a
drawing.
couple of brownies?
There's actually a drawing of what these brownies look like. Apparently, that is a common house brownie. I thought they looked pretty cool. I was like, I could do a couple of hundred. The fact that he's reused the shuttlecock is pretty good. I was never allowed to play badminton at school because of the word shuttlecock. I was in my first year, and the teacher said it too many times, and I nearly pissed myself laughing, and I got asked to leave.
I'm gonna send something in our chat. So when I talk about it, you can put it up on the screen.
Yeah, cool. But yeah, there's quite a few other ones that I've managed to find.
No,
which
not
was
that one.
Not the last one. Okay. Which was the red-capped goblins. Have you heard about the red-capped goblins of the UK? Apparently, they were found in, where would it say? They were found in old castles and towers, and they normally inhabited ones that wickedness have happened within, and their hats were red because they were the blood of humans. I thought that was pretty cool. And they actually look pretty grim as well. Let's see if I can find this picture. Right, let me get this. I'll just throw this one up quickly so you can see this. No, that's not that one. It's this one. So that is a red-capped goblin. I don't know where people come up with it.
Ugly fucker.
Right, let me get your one up 1 second.
Oh, hey, I haven't talked about it yet.
No, I'm just saving it.
Oh.
So we can get it ready.
Ugly thin, isn't it?
Yeah. I've got to be honest, English folklore is a bit weird. There was like nymphs and stuff like that. They're all very much linked to some sort of fairy tale, but you can go down. We got Mike Haynes in chat that will know a lot about the old Loch Ness monster.
Yes.
I'd love to go and find. You can do the Loch Ness tours and stuff that you can go. And I would love to find Loch Ness. Oh, Nessie.
Do you think that's the only one? Do you think there's the other plesiosaurs like Chance and Champ and like all the ones in North America as well?
Probably. I'd like to believe in Sasquatch. I love the idea of it. I'd love to believe in it. I was obsessed with watching the BFRO. I was actually signed up to their newsletter, and they were sending me like weekly sightings around America, and I was well into it, and I wanted to do cryptozoologist and be a Sasquatchologist at one point, and then I had the piss taken out of me so much by my old man, I didn't end up doing it in the end.
My dog's about to get really weird, y'all. Sorry. This is his. Okay, so he could be his own folklore. It's like ever since he was little. Okay, right now he's under the bed, scratching on the carpet, just randomly. In a minute, he's going to start bark screaming until he passes out. So just get ready. Because he's like, ah, ah. And he'll, yeah. It's like a quieter Frenchie scream. But it's really weird, and it's just something he's always done. You guys ever seen the movie Blue Velvet?
Can't say that I have.
Okay. For those of you who've seen Blue Velvet, Dennis Hopper's character, Frank, where he's like, don't look at me. That's what we say he's doing. Because if you look at him, he goes like crazy. So.
Oh, yes, we've got our own tour too.
There he goes.
See Nessie. So we're going to go and meet Nessie.
I would love to meet Nessie.
Huh? Shall I bring yours up now, Josh?
Angela hasn't talked about anything yet.
Sorry, no.
So I didn't read the assignment very well, so I'll start with my folk story. One of the ones that I'm like really obsessed with is actually Black Shuck in Suffolk. And have you guys ever heard of this? Ab, you probably have, but Josh, have you ever heard of this?
No.
So it's this like giant black dog that people have seen that like has glaring like red eyes, and it can be like the size of a horse down to like the size of like a greyhound. But it's kind of like a hellhound essentially, and it's killed people, and it's just a really weird thing. Well, I'm like obsessed with it because they made a movie about it, and it was all in French, and it's called The Brotherhood of the Wolf. One of the best movies, honestly, about a like folklore thing I've ever seen. But in the movie, and I'm just going to totally spoil it because this movie is well over 20 years old. If you haven't seen this movie by now, like, come on. In the movie, the creature was actually a lion that they disguised as a werewolf, set him out to kill people. And I'm like, wow, that could actually be true, because they talk about how like ferocious this Black Shuck's teeth are. And I don't know. I think it's very interesting.
It's quite weird because quite a lot of them is coming up as like a cyclops dog.
Mm-hmm.
Which
But
I don't
like,
think I've ever...
I mean, it's interesting. It's like, oh, red eyes, or one red eye, or, you know. I want to meet one.
That. I was about to say you wouldn't want to meet one.
I would. No, and I would. And you guys know me. I'd be like, I want to pet that dog. I want to pet that dog. Yeah. Angela, here lies Angela. She died trying to pet something that she shouldn't have. 100%. That's what is going to be written for me. I promise.
It's a bit like the Beast of Bodmin, isn't it? Which is apparently a large dog or panther-looking creature.
It's kind of like the UK version of the Chupacabra.
Yes.
I think those honestly are just like very diseased coyotes. But it's just weird though that they find all these animals with their blood taken out, but like no like ripping apart. Like no like not like normal animal hunting. So that's really weird. It's like we're, or like the stuff that's on like Skinwalker Ranch, like that is a weird place with some weird shit that happens. And I would love to go, by the way.
So do you believe in aliens?
Hell yeah, I do.
Have you seen a UFO?
I never have, but I make jokes and I post about it, and I'm like, please, like, take me out of here. Like, come sail away. Like, really. When I have like one of the days like where it's trying, I'm like, please abduct me, please. Like, but they haven't yet, so
See, it's like you watch that thing. It was the guy Bob Lazar, isn't he? He's the big guy that apparently worked at Area 51 that said about how he saw all these spacecrafts and they found a new element, element 52. What's that? What? Oh, you found it.
Anthony put it on a mug.
Oh God. I love it. So many people have that picture.
Oh, it's now it's going to be sold all over the world.
Yep.
Oh, nice.
You got to add that to your shop.
Yeah. Oh dear.
Free image with every order. Free sticker.
Oh, we got Tony
Tony.
McNamara. And...
Tony, absolutely, Australia is across the pond. Absolutely.
That's across the pond and in the future.
Mm-hmm.
What are the harvesting farts? What? I'm lost in that part of the conversation. Okay. Anal probes.
Yeah, they're harvesting farts.
Oh, but I can't remember. Well, what was we talking about before? Anal probes and...
You were asking me if I believed in aliens, and I said yes. And then you were saying that you're like really into like Sasquatch, Bigfoot.
Yeah, about the aliens. They brought up with, was it Element 52 that he was going on about? That they found this new Element 52. And then years later, we found an Element 52 and it was exactly what he said it was. Which was kind of interesting.
All I know is the universe is large and anything is possible. That's all I'm saying.
But I don't think I could deal with the little greys, though. I don't think I could have the greys because they're quite scary.
They're scary.
Yeah.
Whitley Strieber told us that a long time ago.
But do you think that there's I know we're going massively off topic.
That's okay. That's what we always do.
But obviously, we've gone further that way than we've gone that way. Do you still think there's like prehistoric creatures living deep in the ocean that we haven't even seen before?
Absolutely. Because, and here's why. The ocean is one of the most undiscovered areas on the planet. Like, you think about the Mariana Trench and what could live down there? I mean, look, that's all I'm saying is it's kind of cool, kind of scary. At the same time, you're like, whoa, is this thing like, I don't know.
Couple of megalodons.
Okay, so like one of the last animals that was discovered was pandas, right? And people would describe these giant things and they didn't exactly know what they were. And then now today we call them panda bears. And we're like, oh, it's just a panda. But just, like 200 years ago, these things were a cryptid. A cryptid.
Because it's the same with, isn't it, Bigfoot, where they thought there was actually a breed of, species of gorillas that were like 6.5, 7 foot that used to walk on their hind legs. And they reckon it's just like the last remaining in them is what they saw. But the story's just continued on and on.
Look, all I'm saying is life finds a way. Like 100%. And
they just found the that was it the tribe of gorillas like 10 years ago that nobody knew existed in the Amazon. Well, I can't remember Amazon. I'm going to say, but I don't know where it was. But that's been undiscovered for many years.
Right. Anything's possible. But yeah, it's like folklore and cryptozoology are like, and that's one thing I think is cool is like folk legends and myths are all rooted, like they all came word of mouth, but it's like there has to be some, and I'm not saying like the whole thing is true, but like some element of truth to these that people would want to pass them like over and over and over and over to where they literally become legends.
Well, look at dragons. They were talking about dragons on different continents of the world.
Yes.
But then they were saying dragons were closely resembled to birds. And if you think about it, birds have hollow bones, don't they? So they don't fossilize. So they won't fossilize. So it's quite interesting. It would be quite cool.
But we science recently discovered that a lot of dinosaurs had feathers. So maybe what they were seeing was like a pterodactyl and they called it a dragon. I mean, who knows? Try to describe something that is 3,000 years in the future that exists there, but like you show it to me today. You're only going to be able to recite what you think you know and compare it to that's in our time and space continuum. Whoa, that's really deep, but like think about that.
Yeah, that's true.
It's crazy. But and evolution is a thing. dinosaurs became chickens. Like, we eat dino nuggies a lot, you know?
It's weird that some of the only creatures that haven't actually evolved are like crocodiles and shit.
Right.
But I found a really interesting thing about crocodiles. Crocodiles don't age. They don't die from old age. They die from disease and starvation. I think that's mad. Look at Josh's face. Have we got any more folklores, you guys?
Oh yeah.
Well, oh yeah.
Because we're going massively off topic.
That's okay. That's all right. That's what we do. Let's reel it back in.
Well, because I did have up I found it, but I don't actually know the history of it. The black anise. Have you heard about the black anise? It looks
Whatever you
fucking.
do, don't Google black anus.
No, I was about to say, don't Google that. Or also known as Black Agnes. It's a bogeyman figure in English folklore. She is imagined as a blue-faced hag with iron claws and a taste for human flesh. She's said to haunt the countrysides of Leicestershire, living in a cave in the Dan Hills with a great oak tree as an entrance. She takes up unexpected children and lambs to eat.
You got a picture?
Yep, we're just gonna. Sorry, I would have if I'd done that. Let's go to images. There's quite a few images of her, but it's kind of
Like, I feel like we need a campfire to talk about this. Like,
a couple of torches.
yeah, exactly. Oh God, that's scary.
Trust us to go that one bit too far. But yeah, apparently there's actually a location for her in the Dan's Hill in Leicestershire.
She have a house?
No, she lives behind an oak tree. Uses it as a door, apparently.
Trick or treat.
The only other one I found, which I don't even know, I think it's Scandinavian or some sort of Danish, is obviously Krampus.
Okay. Okay. I got you on the Krampus thing because I'm actually Czech, so we can talk about this.
Oh, go on then.
So I think it's funny because, like, I feel like, okay, so growing up, Krampus was just, for me, like, normal part of, Christmas talk. But I feel like in the US now, it's become like this hot, cool thing. You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of glamorized. Well, Krampus is the, like, alter ego, if you will, of Santa Claus. And there actually is, like, Krampusnacht, and it's December 6th. And that's when Krampus comes if you're bad, and he takes children, he puts them in his sack, like Santa Claus carries toys, Krampus carries children, and he drags them to hell and gives them switches. Like, Krampus was terrifying, but you can go out on the interwebs and look up Krampusnacht festival that's celebrated all over, like, Slavic Europe. And these people go crazy and they dress up like Krampus and their costumes are amazing. And he's still very celebrated. And I think that's awesome.
Yeah, because we only knew about it because they done the film Krampus. And then we started having a bit of a Google through.
You know what I think's freaky? But I'm like, I think it's freaky, like, is the Merlod.
The what?
Oh, the Merlod? And I'm probably totally butchering the name. It's the horse head that comes over and knocks on your door. This is like Welsh and says, hey, give me your alcohol. It's like, you've never look up the Merlot.
We're Googling it now.
It is really freaky, but in a cool way. I think you'll love it.
Probably how are you spelling it?
Oh my God. Marella. Look at American. Like, I'm butchering this. The Merlot. He comes like, you guys, somebody help me out. The Marmalade.
I got mermaids.
Oh God, hold on.
Horsehead, folklore, Welsh. That should come up.
Okay,
found
Mari, Marmalade. Yeah.
Oh, fuck that.
South
Right,
Wales, right? So
yeah, so
it comes and you don't want to let it in your house. Oh, it says wait.
that was the wrong one.
It's freaky.
It was the Welsh spelling. That's where I couldn't figure it out.
Yes.
Yeah, I think I would shit a brick if that knocked on my door.
I think I would too. I'd be like, no.
Give me alcohol.
But like, what is the actual legend of it? I think like you have to give it your alcohol so it'll go away or something like that.
This is the Welsh tradition of the Merry Lwyd, a midwinter custom wherein the skull of a horse decked out with bells and ribbons is paraded on a stick by a reveller beneath a sackcloth who challenges neighbours in exchange for drink and food.
Knock, knock, Marmalade.
Bloody hell.
Yeah, I love it.
Okay, also embracing Pete's suggestions of ancient origins, Ellen, who believed that the Merry Lwyd represented a death horse as symbolised by a wife clock torn by its carrier, suggested that it was originally employed in the pre-Christian ritual to mark the festival of Samhain.
Samhain.
There you go.
Halloween.
Oh, there
Samhain.
you go.
Yeah, it looks like Samhain, but it's Samhain or Samhain.
Well,
Ern has a whole horse skull. Look. We'll decorate it. We'll get that Marmalade all decorated with that lovely blanket of Adam, and we'll just be like, knock, knock, Marmalade, give me your booze.
What's this? The Celtic nations have a lot of folklore related to nature, old gods. Samhain. Yeah, I got that. Yep. I got that completely. Samhain.
Some more creepy shit.
I love the creepy shit. Like, because I miss I'm getting caught up. Like we missed the Halloween.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we got this state is chock full of closed and defunct and whatever else you want to call it, dilapidated mental hospitals. So one of them that comes up is the Danvers State Mental Hospital, located right next door to Salem. Danvers used to be called Salem Village, and was the home of most of the victims of the witchcraft trials, including the Paris family, whose daughter, niece, and enslaved servant were the ones to get the whole thing started in the first place. Today, the renamed town is home to an 1880s building so gothic and spooky in appearance that it's inspired author H.P. Lovecraft to use it as the Arkham Sanitarium in some of his stories. The building was made to house 600 patients, but ended up with more than 23,000 people crammed into it. Staff were unsurprisingly unable to keep up with everyone, and untold atrocities happened there as a result. It is also the building where the frontal lobotomy procedure was perfected. It is still there today, inviting passerbys to examine the horrors of the past experience inside these creepy Gothic walls. So apparently there have been a number of people, mostly younger people with their cameras, trespassing and going into these places, and of course you're gonna get tales of ghosts and creepy shit that goes on. But just the sheer amount of buildings like this that exist in this state alone, you gotta wonder what the fuck were people thinking back then.
Oh, yeah. And have you guys ever thought about doing an urbex, an urban exploration, where you go and check those kind of I would be afraid of what the hell is alive that could be hanging out in there. People.
Shutter Island. Perfect example. It's right here in Boston.
We used to go to this old, used to be a hospital that was abandoned round by where my mum's mate lived. And we used to go and it was all open, it was all derelict. And we used to go and they used to scare the shit out of us. I used to last about 2 minutes and I used to run out screaming. But yeah, that was pretty cool. But I'd love to go to like old places like that and just have a walk around. It's like Owlman. Have you seen those YouTube videos of the Owlman?
Is it like Mothman?
It's a guy that's dressed up as a creepy owl and he goes and hides out in these he puts up a camera and hides in like these old mental institutes that people try and take pictures of, and he just stands in the corner. When they walk out, he just comes out and you just see guys shit a brick and run away. It's fucking hilarious.
Oh my god, that's great.
Guy. But it's funny because loads of people just scream and run away. But the worst one was this big conk guy with a camera. He just goes into the fetal position and just starts crying. He's like, oh god! But it's called Owlman. He does loads of them.
I'm gonna
check
have to
out on
look
YouTube.
This up. Shout out to Owlman.
Yeah,
scaring people since 1971.
I'll find a picture. This guy made a really good costume, and what he uses.
I mean, could you imagine like going into an urbex and seeing this giant owl standing in a corner? Oh, hell no.
Let's get this picture. Oh, there we go. We'll get this. Right, I'll get this picture up for you. He done a good costume on this. I would shit a brick if I saw this. All right, here we go.
Look.
So that's what he wears.
Oh, what the fuck?
That's really cool looking, actually.
So he hides in the corner of these abandoned buildings where he knows that photographers go to take photos. It's fucking great.
We should party with that guy.
Mate, it's so funny. But when you was talking about witches, I heard something really interesting to contradict the whole witch thing. In a way, it makes sense, but you don't know. At the time, just before the Salem witch trials happened, I sent it to you, didn't I? Too. There was a really bad crop of wheat that grew fungus, and when they cooked it into bread, it released a toxin, which obviously is like a psychoactive drug, and people just hallucinating shit, and then they just started hanging people. And I thought it was really interesting. Oh my god, really, Anthony?
That's the gift that keeps on giving. I love it.
I can't wait to buy one.
Send us the link and we'll put it up in chat for you.
Oh my god. This is great. Like,
I hate doing
hey,
this
Ern, let's go dress up as the Marilod and go hide out and do urbex. And we'll become like the Marilod of like America instead of the Owlman.
Yeah. I think if you done Owlman in the wrong state, you probably end up getting shot.
Well, right, exactly.
Oh god. But yeah, it was a really good prank that he does. It's probably the best one out there.
Like, okay, so I would call this folklore because it was a thing for a while. Okay, do you guys remember when the people were dressing up as clowns and like standing in people's backyards?
Yeah.
What the fuck was up? Like, that is terrifying. Like, that's like the houses October built level crazy shit. Like,
Did you see the video of the guy that done it in, I think it was Chicago, and he went down to like downtown to Chicago, chased after a bunch of kids down on the side of the street, and one of them pulled a gun out and shot him.
I think that's yeah.
See,
why do you need to do that? Like,
talk about finding the wrong place to do something. Going to Gang Central dressed up as a killer clown, you're gonna get shot. But there was the other one where the guy pretended to be a zombie. Did you see that one in the Bronx?
Ooh.
He got dressed up proper what's they call it, like movie sort of get up and down the street in between all like these gangs that stand on the side of like these liquor stores, and they all look at each other and they all just fucking stop. It's awesome. See, I'd do the same. I would definitely do the same. If you want a mug, there's the link. Go get yourself a bloody mug.
Use the discount across the
And,
pond.
and you can get
20%
20% off with discount code across the pond. All one word.
Yeah. Is it across or across? We just want to make sure we're quoting this right.
Across.
Across
the pond.
Not I got accosted on the pond. Like,
Hey, I mean, it's only $20 too. It's fair play.
Oh, I'm just gonna start getting tagged in people drinking out of these weird cups with my face on it. It's gonna happen.
oh, it's totally happening. People are gonna start posting photos and tagging you and posting it on Instagram and posting it up in Discord. Like, this is gonna be a thing.
It'll be like the Ramella glasses.
Yes, it will.
Yep.
Do you know what? They still pop up now. I was watching a English coil building show that has nothing to do with any of us. And he was like, I'm wearing the Ramella glasses. And I was like, really? I was like, oh, shit, I can't do screen record. So
you just hang around long enough and you'll become infamous with something.
It's spelled wrong.
It's across the pond. I love it. I love it.
Is that another coupon code? Damn fat fingers.
Oh dear. I'll have to dig out that picture of Josh when he looks like he's like an outcast of Backstreet Boys.
Which one?
The one I posted of you that time.
There's
He's
too
got
many
a
of them.
big set of curtains.
Oh.
Oh,
doing
yeah.
doing the power grab.
Were they bleached?
Yeah. Oh. Do you know what? Since doing that, I fucking Backstreet Boys get stuck in my head quite a bit.
I hate that. Like, I always get the most random, stupid. I'm like, I didn't even hear this. And it's just be like some random jingle stuck in my head. Like the other day, for no reason, part of like a song from Annie was stuck in my Annie. What the hell? Like, why does, and then it just replays over and over.
Same line.
Like, where? Yes. And you're like, why does your brain do these things? And it's always like something torturous, like Eddie Murphy's Party All the Time, like stuck. You're like, ooh, go away with that.
I know.
I've had Elton John stuck in my head for the last few days because they've been announcing his retirement all over the radio.
When Kyra was born, like literally the first week, there was just one line stuck in my head, and I ended up singing it. I just going in the ghetto, and that was it. Nothing else. In the ghetto, and I was just singing it all around the hospital. Poor sod. The time me to.
All right, so we're on the since we've already talked about a bunch of fucked up looking creatures. Massachusetts has got its own.
Mm.
So these things are called puckwudgies.
What?
Puckwudgies.
Puckwudgie.
So the Wampanoags were the first Native American tribe the Plymouth settlers encountered in 1620. And they had some folklore of their own. One of their stories was of the puckwudgies, which were tiny, gray, humanoid-shaped creatures who lived in the swamps in the eastern part of the state. These creatures are said to look like horrific porcupines when they stand up on their hind legs, have oversized noses, ears, and fingers. They can materialize and disappear anywhere they want to go at will. And they love killing people traveling through their area. Their favorite methods of doing away with the unwitting passerby, including pushing them off cliffs, is throwing sand in their eyes so they can't see the danger they're walking into, and then throwing their own puckwudgies' tiny spears at them. This would have been a story likely told to the Pilgrim settlers from the Mayflower by their new Wampanoag neighbors.
Bloody hell.
The Indians hated the white man as soon as they got off the boat.
Bloody hell. They look very interesting.
Maybe they'd steal your cap or something.
It's like all beard, then all leg. There's nothing in between.
Yeah.
It's a very weird looking creature. Have we got any other pictures? Oh, here guys. That's a bit more horrific. There's quite a few of them. There you go. It makes you think of critters. That is really true.
So the town of Freetown, which it's not too far from here, they actually put up a sign by the state forest that said Pukwudgie Crossing.
Oh.
Well, like, are they mischievous? Do they do anything, or?
No, they just kill you.
Oh, okay.
From the ankle down.
Ankle down or not. I'm all set. I'm all set with walking through a random piece of forest and having sand thrown in my eyes.
Oh, cheers, Duchess. But then there's definitely going to be everywhere now. Oh dear. Oh, we got Mr. Connor in. Hello, mate. How's it going? Oh, absolutely. What else? Oh, look up the Northern Michigan Dogman. Never heard of that one before. Let's have a look at it.
It's like the Goat Man here. The legend of the Goat Man out at Lake Worth. Supposed to look a little bit like Pan, like the Greek god Pan, but terrifying. Oh, we have the Witch of White Rock Lake too.
The what? Sorry?
The Witch of White Rock Lake around Dallas. It's a very small lake, but people say that they will see a lady who is sobbing on the side of the road and she needs help and she just needs a ride. And then when she gets in the car in the back seat, and then people turn around and be like, where do you need to go to? She says, home. And then eventually when they get there, it's just a puddle of water left in the back seat. Kind of freaky.
Oh. That's similar to that. Was it La Loriana or what was it?
A little bit. La Lorena.
That's the one. Yeah, she used to steal kids and drown them in the pool, didn't she? Or the sea. That's a pretty grim one. But it's quite interesting that a lot of these folklores, if you look into it, if you sort of look broadly at them, you can sort of see why people might have made them up to stop kids doing shit.
Mm-hmm.
It's like clowns were originally evil. Because they were originally called cloynes. Have you never heard of this? I'll find it on cloynes.
Well, it's like legends, myths, like the Tooth Fairy. Like, I mean, how creepy is that? Somebody comes into your house, into your bedroom, and takes your teeth and gives you money. That's creepy. Yeah. Or even Santa Claus. Like, if you really there's a big man who comes down your chimney.
Nothing says Christmas like breaking and entering.
Exactly. Leaves you presents and drinks your milk and eats cookies. What?
That is, it's quite weird when you look into them. You think,
I know.
Are they just really fucked up? Whatchamacallit? Like, beware, don't do that story. Like, don't put your finger in the light socket type story.
Right. It is really interesting, like where all this stuff comes from. Like,
Connor, it's just a joke. Ask him why I'm named Sir Bellend.
Well, it's just like, like some of the things that are all wrapped up in like superstitions are kind of the same way.
Yeah.
Like don't eat blackberries after, St. Michael's Day.
Because the whole is it the there's the thing behind the carrots making you see in the dark, isn't it?
Oh, that they're good for your eyes.
Yeah, that was done for. Was it the American government or was it the UK government come out with that to get people to eat more carrots? I can't
Carrots?
remember.
Wouldn't
I remember
surprise me if
reading
it was
it.
the U.S.
Well, like everybody probably remembers the milk does a body good. No, it doesn't. You know, like that was their tagline from the American Dairy Council to get people to drink more milk.
Oh, it
Got
was
milk.
it was the British government. I just found it during World War II. The British Royal Air Force invented the myth tying carrots to clear, sharp eyesight as a way to explain the sudden increase in Nazi bombers being shot down.
Whoa, so it was all propaganda? Carrot
Yeah.
propaganda.
Yeah, I've heard it all now.
Wow. Eat more carrots.
Less Nazis.
So weird.
Yeah, right.
And you know what? Like, we still tell our kids, oh, eat your carrots when they're good for your eyes. Well, now we know
Yeah.
where that came from. It's like, don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. Do you guys know where that came from? Have you ever heard that expression?
I've heard the
Telling
expression.
somebody,
Don't know
don't
the
throw the
origin of
baby out with the bathwater.
No, I've never heard that before.
So it's like, don't like give away everything. So like a long time ago, the baby, it was like a pecking order to people bathing, and it was dad, mom, kids, baby would get
it'd be so
the
murky.
dirtiest bath. So that's why they said don't throw the baby out with the bathwater.
That's grim. You'd think it'd be the other way around.
No.
Nope. Man of the house always got the nice warm water and the cleanest water.
That's grim. That's probably what brought a lot of the early deaths of kids, probably in the spread of disease.
It very well could have, because I mean, by the time because then people had like litters of kids. Think about that. And
they didn't bath often either.
Well, and they didn't, and that's what's like this baby's getting this cold water, you know, and imagine like just like when you have like a cold running through the house, everybody usually gets sick, right?
Yeah.
Well, imagine that, like everybody like in the same bathing tub, and there's this little baby being all cold with his upper respiratory infection. Poor little guy. Like that's terrible. But yeah.
Oh, that's grim.
I think all this stuff's like it's very strangely like threaded, connected. You know what I'm saying? Like superstitions, myths, legends, sayings, eat your carrots, like you know.
Oh, that's we're having a So, go on. Sorry, my computer froze for a sec. Then, you got any more, Josh?
Oh, that's it for me.
I have the one that was more of a myth, but I think it's a really cool myth. How come every time I talk, you gotta talk? What you gotta do? What you gotta say? He's trying to play. Is like I love the Greek myth story of Persephone, where she was like the goddess of spring, but then she ate 3 of the pomegranate seeds. So she had to go to Hades, which is where we get our winter, because she's gone to go be queen of the underworld for, 3 to 6 months out of the year. I'm like, that's kind of cool, but then she gets to come back.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's weird how people made this shit up to explain something like seasons, because they didn't understand. Well, no, actually it comes from, the earth is round and it's rotating on its axis, and, it's directionally on the sun. That's where, because that was just above their knowledge then.
Which above quite a few people's knowledges now, because apparently it's flat.
Oh my God, let's not even go there.
Next week's episode, Flat Earth.
Oh my God, no.
Let's not.
Goodbye, YouTube.
Oh dear. Right, we're going to take a quick 20-minute break to have a word from our lovely sponsor, Mr. Anthony Ramella, over at
20
Oxford.
minutes.
20 seconds, I meant,
Oh,
not minutes. See you in a sec.
Yeah.
That is
Roll.
oinksquad.com, owned by Mr. Anthony Ramella himself. Sorry, Anthony Ramella. So I know he doesn't like me saying his name wrong. You can head over there and get some merch from the Friday Fallout show, which if you haven't seen it, head over to the YouTube channel. It's on a Friday night. He's also got Mixing It Up t-shirts and now Sour Sloan mugs if you want some. Make sure you go over to his YouTube, his YouTube, give it a subscribe and hit that notification bell, and go follow him on the Instagram at I'm_Anthony Ramella. Wasn't too bad, was it?
He's a hell of a fella.
Don't that get stuck in my head.
Legends.
Not Anthony. Anthony, yeah, I suppose it does sound exactly the same. I'm not a flat earther, I'm a fat eater. Ether.
Does anybody have any songs? We haven't done that in a while.
Oh my God, no, I was super unprepared, but it should be about like legends or something like show related.
And apparently, we've also got a Sour Sloan e-liquid coming out as well.
Look, you should get royalties.
Are you going to get royalties over this?
All I'm saying.
No. I'm not going to be a part of this. Oh, God. He's going to add it to the commercial.
I think you should.
That's
Oh, cool. Right, so we will do songs. So let me just get it up. I'm going to put them on as we go through. And then I'll just throw... Actually, I'll do it on here. So have you guys thought of your songs? Bloody Nora. So whilst we do that in chat, if you throw into chat any songs that you want to add to the playlist, and I've just worked out I can't spell across as well.
So I've got two right off the bat. 45 by Shinedown.
Add songs to playlist. Yep.
And Bother by Stone Sour.
Angela?
Okay. I'm going to put in Rhiannon by Fleetwood Mac since we're talking about legends. Because, you know, Rhiannon was legendary. She was a myth.
We're on.
All right. And come back to me. I'll think of something here in a second.
Something come back to me.
Yeah. I'm not on my game, guys. I'm out of practice. It's been a minute.
I'm going to pick Red Tide Rising by Orange Goblin just because Goblin. It's a loose connection, but I'm taking it. And we're going to go Cheesy as Hell Nightmare by Avenged Sevenfold. It's the only thing I can think of.
Well, I have my pick from the chat. And that's going
Go
to
on.
be, where did it go? Oh, Lakeside Park by Rush from Mike Haynes.
The live version.
No, I can't stand listening to live versions. Not unless I'm already there.
Okay, I've got my other one. Josh, I see your Rush, and I up your Rush. The Temples of Syrinx.
Temples of what?
Syrinx by Rush.
Oh, by Rush.
Yeah.
Well, if you pick, let's go through chat. If you pick one, Angela, from chat as well.
Oh, hold on. I had to refresh my screen because I'm trying to do too much shit at once. Let's see.
Mallory Gates is coming in with some old school stuff. Oh, funny story. I actually met Alice Cooper. He was at I was at a wedding when I was a kid, and he had either just played a show or was doing something at the same event space. Really nice guy.
Okay, I'm going to have to go with Mallory's John Anderson Seminole Wind. It is country as hell, but it's a good song.
John Anderson what?
Seminole Wind.
I found it. I'll pick one. Fuck it, Fear of the Dark. That will do. Surprised no one put in "Don't Fear the Reaper."
I know, legend.
Should we just throw it in there anyway?
We totally should. And
absolutely
add in like Godzilla while you're in there too.
Add what in there?
Oh, I said Godzilla, but you know what? Can we please put in like Hair of the Dog by Nazareth, since one of their band members just passed away, please? Oh my God. Like that, I read that and that kind of hurt.
But they the one that also done that song. I'm gonna be Love Hurts. That one.
Yes, but Hair of the Dog.
Yeah.
Instead. Because, Black Dog. Black Shuck.
What film was that Love Hurts in? Oh,
probably too many.
Oh, yeah.
That song, like.
That was a good song.
Ooh, Mr. Crowley. I actually heard that on the way home from work this week, and I was like, yeah.
Steppenwolf. There's some good ones being. Mallory's on fire today. Cool. Well, so we're all up to date. So what I'm going to do now is drop that into a chart.
So after tonight, we have 3 episodes left for the year.
For the year? Wow.
Bloody hell.
The end of season 2 is coming nigh.
That's crazy.
It's been going for 2 years. I can't believe that.
This started between you guys, like, for something fun to do during COVID, and here we are.
It's mental.
And we still have fun.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, good.
Because chat's here, and, like, shout out to chat. You guys are awesome.
Shout out to the patrons. Jesus Christ.
Wait, do I need to start making them some exclusive content again?
What, my boring ass day at work? I'll have one of the guys hold up a picture of a rat that we just killed.
No.
So yeah, I mean, I'm gonna give a little bit of a sneak peek into one of the next few episodes. We're gonna be having a local radio host as a guest
Nice.
on one of our upcoming shows. So,
Is it Steve Harvey?
No, it's not Steve Harvey.
That man's a legend. Oh, you ruined my night. You got me all excited then.
Look, he broke his
I was
heart.
going to go my
it's a
mustache.
radio host.
He's a radio host. He does morning radio. Don't ask me what channel.
Okay. Yeah. So we got some interesting shit for the next 3 episodes.
I have a question. I have a legit question for chat. Okay. I want to help you guys save money. Like legit. Help me help me find brands that you love that I can create an affiliation with as an ambassador to possibly promote. But I have to love them. Like that's it. Not everybody I'm loving because I have to be very like authentic that way. Like my tea from Starkey, you guys, I freaking love this tea. I've loved this tea since like 2016. And when they finally opened up their ambassadorship, I was like, absolutely, I want to do that because I love your products and I buy them all the time. You know, Beast and Buckle, I love my Beast and Buckle harnesses. I wrote them a blog the other day because literally they do so much good for other dogs and dog rescue. And the like co-founder, he donates tons of dog harnesses all the time, you know, and like I feel good every time like I buy something because it was like, hey, you just, you know, gave this much to this rescue because you made the purchase through us. Like it's awesome. But yeah, I want to know, like, what are you guys into? You know, because like I've had some that I'm just like, meh, just meh.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like maybe I think it's cool, but maybe you guys are like, this is stupid. Oh yeah, good luck, Josh. Like Yeti. Hey, Yeti, if you're watching, shout out. You know?
There is. I actually got an affiliate.
You do.
Yeah.
I love being a brand ambassador. I think it's fun.
Skull Crusher Coffee.
Oh, heck yeah.
If you like strong fucking coffee,
Mm-hmm.
and it does say the strongest fucking coffee, you can head over to skullcrushercoffee.com/Cloud Cartel official page.
There you
and
go.
You'll get 10% off. I've only got the one. It's just because they asked me because I buy so much freaking coffee off them. It's the only coffee I drink. And you
I've
get
got
epic mugs as
Expedition
well.
Roasters. So like the Disney themed coffee. Because I'm like, it's fun.
Yeah.
Try that.
So yeah, if there's any companies you want, hit up Angela.
Yeah.
And coldest water bottle. I think Josh had the coldest water bottle one, didn't you?
Yeah, and then my coldest water bottle started to fucking leak, and every lid that they sent since leaked.
See, like that's why I'm like grueling test. Like we should make a whole show about sponsorships, you guys. Like put that on the list. I like chat, and I think chat can back us up on this, like hardcore, because so many people are like, here, promote my product, and you're like, okay, well, this is not good, or like you like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you don't feel
like,
it.
Yeah, like I have to feel it. Like I am like genuinely passionate about here's this XYZ.
Yeah.
And if not, no. Like,
well, some companies just chuck stuff up to everybody, don't they? Like, I don't know if any of you guys you know Legion Vapes, this bearded Australian guy. He got asked to be sponsored for makeup. Because it just shows they've looked at anybody with loads of subscribers and loads of followers and just offered to sponsor them, not even looking at who they are.
So Anthony brought up a good one. Toys for Tots.
Yep. Yeah, that Global Acts of Unity, Angela, is an absolutely outstanding charity.
Like I am all about like helping. Like I feel like that is my purpose on earth, is to help others.
I'll talk to you afterwards about it. Mike is an absolute legend. I love that man to bits. He works so hard, and
That's
I'll
awesome.
explain. I'll tell you afterwards,
Like
because
I truly believe, like, in do what you can to help each other out, lift each other up, like, it. But for me, it has to be like genuine, and sometimes it's scary because sometimes you have to put yourself out there and say, hey, like, I'm having a bad day, here's what happened, because that literally helps other people, because they're like, holy shit, I totally relate to that, or I totally understand where you're coming from, or I'm in that predicament now, thank you for helping me see the other side before I make a bad decision, or whatever it is.
Yeah, that Global Acts of Unity definitely does that. If any of you guys want, not a shill of my show, but I done Keeping It Cartel with Mike Haynes. If you want to watch the ins and outs of it, it is a sobering hour and a half conversation. I will tell you that now, but it is 100% worth a watch. But I'll tell you afterwards, Angela. But yeah,
Okay.
definitely hit him up. 100%.
I told them, I said, reach out, like, let me know, like, I want to know more.
Yeah.
But yeah. So if you guys like are in love with a shoemaker or whatever, let me know, because like, honestly, like, most of my followers are men, but I want to know like what you're into, because I don't know, I have a genuine like curiosity about people. So like, what kind of things do you like what hobbies do you have outside of vaping? Do you read? Are you an outdoorsy person? Like, help me help you is what I'm asking.
Yeah. So definitely hit up Angela. So we'll try and sort that out. Cool. Well, I think we're getting to that time now. We smashed through an hour and a half really quickly.
Legends.
Adam, check your email.
Are we still doing podcasts too? Are we still on the in your ear holes?
No,
on
so
SoundCloud?
we're no longer in people's ear holes.
Oh no. Did not know that. Okay, see, I've been gone too damn long. Sorry, life happened.
Yeah. And it just came down to money. The amount of money that it was costing me each month to keep the
it's expensive.
Yeah, it was like $25 a month.
Just for a place for the podcast to live. Yes.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And I mean, I wasn't pulling anything out of Patreon from that. I was just pulling that out of pocket. But looking at the amount of people who listen to us versus the amount of views we get here, and we also have the chat. We also have the interaction from the chat here. It was just. I mean, you guys can feel free to hang in the Discord afterwards. I'm going to go spend some time with the wife and eat dinner.
Oh, 1 second. So we got, there you go, Josh.
So, if anybody's local, anywhere in the east side of Massachusetts, even if you're on the South Coast like I am, or if you're in the North Shore up towards the Woburn area, my local branch is donating toys to Toys for Tots. If you're unfamiliar with Toys for Tots, you can and you choose to participate, you can either give to me or bring it to our local branch in Woburn at 125B New Boston Street in Woburn, a new unwrapped toy for a donation. We're just trying to make some kids happy for this holiday season. And I mean, the whole company is doing this, and it's a lot of fun.
Right. Cool. Lovely jobbler.
All right, guys, I'm going to go hang out in Discord. If anybody in chat is watching the show, like you guys want to come hang out, come over to our Across the Pond Discord. It's been a minute. I miss y'all.
So remember next week, tomorrow, not next week at 10:30 is the next episode of Codename Wired. So make sure you come back and watch. Look at me, Jay, and Duchess. So it'll be a good show. It'll be a really good show. So make sure you're there. So until next time, be nice. Don't be a dick.
Mm-hmm.
Bye.
Be safe, Ern. Drive safe, bud. Have a good night, everybody.
Have a
Welcome
good
back, Angela.
Thanksgiving. Have a good